So Melanie Joly might be trading ? For champagne receptions in Paris. Yeah, you heard that right. Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister could be eyeing the ambassador gig in France, and honestly, the timing couldn't be more perfect for a career pivot that screams, "I've had enough of this circus." Welcome back to Canadian Insights, where we break down the political moves that make you go, "Wait, what?" And today, we're talking about the great Liberal cabinet exodus that's shaping up to be more dramatic than a reality TV finale. Brian Lilley over at the Toronto Sun dropped this bombshell, and let me tell you, it's got all the ingredients of a classic Ottawa power play. Melanie Joly, the woman who's been Canada's face to the world, might be packing her bags for the City of Light faster than you can say diplomatic immunity. And the best part? This isn't just about one minister looking for a cushy landing spot. This is about Mark Carney, Canada's incoming Prime Minister, planning a cabinet overhaul so massive it makes IKEA furniture assembly look simple. Let's paint the picture here. Speculation is swirling around Ottawa like a snow globe someone shook way too hard. The word on the hill is that Joly could be out of cabinet within weeks if the right appointment materializes. And by right appointment, we're talking about the Canadian ambassador to France position. Now, before you think this is just another boring diplomatic shuffle, let me tell you what this job actually entails. We're talking invites to all the elite Parisian soirees, accommodations at the historic Hôtel de Rigny in Paris' swanky 8th arrondissement, situated right near the Élysée Palace where the French president hangs out. This isn't a consolation prize, folks. This is a golden parachute with a view of the Eiffel Tower. But here's where it gets absolutely delicious. The current ambassador to France is Stéphane Dion. Remember him? Former Liberal leader, former cabinet minister, the guy who lost to Stephen Harper? Well, Justin Trudeau basically sent Dion on a European vacation back in 2017 to get him out of cabinet. First, they shipped him off to Germany as ambassador, then upgraded him to France in 2022. It's like political musical chairs, except instead of chairs, it's embassies, and instead of music, it's the sound of careers being quietly retired with dignity. So if Mark Carney shuffles Joly off to Paris, he'd literally be using the exact same playbook Trudeau used. It's the political equivalent of "we're not firing you, we're promoting you to a position where you can't cause us any problems." Genius? Absolutely. Transparent? Completely. Do they think we won't notice? Apparently. Now let's talk about why this matters beyond just one minister potentially getting the sweetest gig in the diplomatic corps. Melanie Joly's name is now officially on the list of Trudeau-era cabinet ministers looking to head for the exits under Mark Carney's leadership. This isn't a coincidence, people. This is a trend. When a new leader takes over a struggling government, they need to shake things up. They need fresh faces. They need to distance themselves from the policies and personalities that got the party into hot water in the first place. Mark Carney is walking into a situation that's messier than a poutine eating contest. The Liberals are polling in the basement. Canadians are frustrated about affordability, housing, healthcare, and pretty much everything else. Carney needs to signal change, and what better way to do that than by reshuffling the deck entirely? But here's the thing. You can't just fire competent, experienced ministers without creating chaos. So what do? You offer them prestigious positions abroad where they can serve their country while also clearing space for your own team. This is Politics 101 with a graduate-level twist. Joly has been Foreign Affairs Minister, she's been in cabinet for years, she's got experience and connections. You can't just toss her aside without looking ruthless. But if she voluntarily takes an ambassadorship in one of the world's most desirable cities? Well, that's just a mutually beneficial career move, isn't it? Everyone saves face, everyone moves on, and Carney gets to build his cabinet from scratch without the baggage. And let's be real about the timing here. Speculation suggests this could happen in a matter of weeks. Weeks? That's not some vague future possibility. That's imminent. That's start packing your designer luggage because you're about to become fluent in diplomatic French imminent. The speed of this potential move tells us everything we need to know about how serious Carney is about reshaping his team. Think about what's happening behind closed doors right now. There are conversations happening, deals being made, futures being negotiated. Who stays? Who goes? Who gets a soft landing and who gets shown the door? This is the kind of political chess that doesn't make headlines until the pieces have already moved. But we're getting a sneak peek because someone somewhere decided the public should know that change is coming, and it's coming fast. Here's another angle that's absolutely worth considering. What does this say about Joly's own assessment of the situation? If she's genuinely interested in this ambassadorship, it suggests she sees the writing on the wall. Maybe she knows that under Carney, her influence would diminish. Maybe she's looking at the political landscape and thinking, you know what, representing Canada in Paris while sipping espresso at a sidewalk cafe sounds infinitely better than defending government policy in the House of Commons during question period. Can you blame her? One scenario involves getting grilled by Pierre Poilievre daily. The other involves attending galas at Versailles. But we also need to talk about what this means for Canadian foreign policy. If Joly leaves, that's a significant gap in experience and institutional knowledge. She's been dealing with major international files, from Ukraine to China to our relationship with the United States. Whoever replaces her will have massive shoes to fill, and they'll be doing it while Carney tries to steady a ship that's been taking on water for months. The broader pattern here is what really matters though. This isn't just about Melanie Joly potentially heading to Paris. This is about a complete generational and political shift within the Liberal Party. The Trudeau era is ending, whether gracefully or otherwise, and Carney represents something new. Or at least, something different. He needs his own people, his own vision, his own cabinet that isn't tied to the decisions and controversies of the past. That means the old guard has to go somewhere, and diplomatic posts are the traditional landing pad for politicians who've served their time but need a dignified exit. What makes this story so perfect is how utterly predictable yet somehow still surprising it is. Of course they're using ambassadorships to clear out cabinet. Of course Paris is the carrot being dangled. Of course this is happening right as Carney prepares to take over. And yet, when you hear it laid out like this, it still makes you shake your head and laugh at the sheer audacity of political maneuvering in this country. So what happens next? Well, if Lily's sources are right, we could see an announcement within weeks. Joly heads to Paris, Dion presumably gets shuffled somewhere else or retires, and Carney gets to appoint his own foreign affairs minister without the awkwardness of demoting someone. Meanwhile, the rest of the Trudeau-era cabinet watches nervously, wondering who's next on the list for a prestigious international appointment. This is Canadian politics at its most fascinating, where power shifts happen in plain sight but everyone pretends it's all perfectly normal diplomatic procedure. So keep your eyes on Ottawa and your expectations low, because if there's one thing we can count on, it's that more surprises are coming. And if you want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in Canadian politics, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button because we're posting multiple videos every single day breaking down exactly what's happening in Ottawa while everyone else is still trying to figure out what just happened. Drop a comment and let me know, do you think Joly takes the Paris gig or sticks it out in cabinet? I'll see you in the next one where we'll probably be talking about whoever's next in line for the diplomatic shuffle.